How you doing today, folks? And welcome to Red Wolf EDC. Now, first and foremost, I lost the microphone. We moved from North Carolina to Virginia to a much, much bigger house. Currently in the garage gym. The big ass couch I'm normally on is in the main house. So if you see me throw a knife on that couch, it means you just slid across the hardwood floor, and my girl is gonna kill me. But I'm in the garage right now with this big, beautiful ass banner. That's absolutely huge. I'm 6'8". Yeah, this thing goes all the way up to the ceiling, 15 feet high, and then all the way down to the ground. And then it's like, it's huge. I ordered this on Etsy for like, I think it was like $55, something like that, right? I did not understand how big it was. And then I got it in hand, and I was like, unfolding it, it was just like, it's just fucking huge. But in the garage, I'm also standing up, obviously, so I can move around and be a little goofball. I move around a lot in general, so be aware of that. I don't normally do that on the couch because I'm stationary. I'm also going to try not to move around too much because I don't have a freaking microphone on, so I just have the audio right here, which is probably already garbage, frankly. But I'm going to avoid trying to just pace around this giant ass garage that I'm excited to be in. But today's carry is the 8010 with these custom original goat brass scales in the gun stock texture. And they are patinaing absolutely beautiful. I'm looking at the camera right now and it's not quite doing it justice, to be honest, y'all. Looks good, but doesn't look as good. In person, all these little like raised parts on the gun stock are still shiny, so everything is matte underneath. And then this part is nice and shiny. And this is also blasted, so it has like a slight polish along the actual sides, which is not showing up on camera at all. But they are absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of crazy how muted it looks on camera, but really, really pretty in person. I love this damn knife. I'm actually wearing basketball shorts right now. Oh God, I'm still. So whenever I carry a big ass knife in basketball shorts, this thing basically gives me a vasectomy, right? Every time I jog or walk or move fast or whatever, it's just constantly just banging me in the dick. So that's not the funnest thing in the world, but definitely still pretty happy about it. Also, fun fact, so I got a DEXA scan recently for my whole body mass, and did some tests with regards to like muscle mass and everything else. And I'm either a freak or I'm fucked. So I have gained almost 20 pounds of muscle in the last year. Technically, it's noob gains, but you don't gain 20 pounds of muscle in a year. So that means either one of two things. Either one, I am one of those gifted few that have potentiality to be absolutely fucking huge. Like I can just be like fucking Schwarzenegger looking, just raw. Or I'm going to reach my natural peak very, very fast. So most people reach their natural peak after about 7 to 8 years of training. 7 to 8 years of training. If I'm not a genetic freak of nature, which is unlikely, let's be honest here, folks, I'm going to reach my natural peak in about 2. So I'll be the way I am right now, just I guess double the size, which isn't terrible. I'm okay with that. But yeah, or I could just like in 5 years just be like, raw. I don't know. That was kind of cool, I guess. Sort of sketchy because reaching your natural peak in 2 years is not the most ideal thing. That's when you like want to use like steroids and everything else to kind of push it farther because you can never get bigger. But I don't know. Maybe I'll be happy with my natural peak. I have no idea. Or again, it could be a freak of nature, which is a very, very low chance of happening, to be fair. But if it does, that'd be fucking awesome. 1 second, y'all, folks. I have this big ass light overhead, and it is kind of blinding me. It's very, very warm, so I wasn't trying to really wear a hat in general, but it is very, very bright, and it's kind of giving me a headache. Also, fun fact, I am 6'8". The camera I have rocking right now is It's about probably like 5'9", maybe 5'10". A little taller than my girlfriend. And yeah, you get to see what I actually look like, because normally speaking, the camera is leveled at my face, but like I'm tall, so you get the look of like the under the chin look where you just look like dog shit. Everyone's like, man, I want to be tall, I want to be tall, I want to be tall. You have to like be really, really pretty. It's a good way of being tall. Everyone's looking at you like this, and so they're seeing the worst possible angle. Like, look at myself on camera and I look like shit. I mean, it is what it is, but it's just kind of funny to think about. But yeah, so now I'm in Virginia. Was in North Carolina, moved to Virginia because we got a much bigger house out here. Really, really happy with that. I'm also closer to what I love more than anything else right now, and also the reason why I've not really been uploading very much is rock climbing. I've always been kind of a freaking man monkey. I've always loved climbing trees and swinging around on shit and everything else. But man, I never actually went like full on rock climbing. I went indoors before. I've done that plenty of times. But as far as like an actual like, full on rock climbing, I've gone free solo, which is terrifying. I'm happy to say I did it. I didn't die, but I'll never do that again because I was like terrified the entire time. I like pushing myself whenever I climb, kind of doing crazy holds and big jumps and everything else. And when you don't have a lifeline and you make that big jump and you miss and you die, it's not really as fun. So I was like climbing in little itty bitty increments, and I'm like double checking holds and everywhere else before I go up again, and like it was cool. It was exhilarating. I'm glad to say I did it, but we'll probably never ever do that again. I climbed I think it was a 5C, if I remember correctly. Nothing crazy, but a 5C with zero lines, safeties, anything like that. 300-400 feet up in the air, you fall, that's death. So cool, glad I did it. We'll probably never ever do it again. But there are also some very, very famous rocks out here and boulders and everything else that you can strap up and climb up, and some of them take days. And I'm looking forward to doing those. I've done a few already, but as far as those big ones, we gotta like kind of sleep on the mountaintop and everything else, or the mountaintop cliffside. I've not done that yet, though. I'm definitely going to, and I'm excited about it. Though the odds of my 260-pound ass falling to my fucking death in a sleeping bag because they roll over is kind of high. That's a little terrifying, not gonna lie. But there's also altitude climbing out here, which is a really good climbing gym. They have 3 of them out here actually. And then they have some other ones as well that are like just really nice, boulders, nice climbing gyms, free soloings. They also have just the actual like wall where you kind of hook up to the actual wall and you climb up normally. That's really fun as well, because for those I can really push myself. With the actual just doing boulders in general, I'm always kind of scared to fall, because I know falling's part of it and I've fallen plenty of times, but I'm 260 pounds. Most climbers are like 130 to like 180, and I'm over 100 pounds heavier than most of those people. And even though I've lost a lot of weight, still kind of chubby. Not too bad at all. I'm doing all right. Can't even see that, but whatever. Got some abs coming. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I'm just always going to be a heavier person in general, and also with weightlifting and everything else, I'm going to keep on getting heavier than I am right now. So it's just one of those things. You just kind of got to weigh the pros and cons of it all. And when you fall the wrong way when you're little, not such a big deal. When you're big, you really, really hurt yourself. So I'm kind of conservative the way I climb. And when I do fall, I make sure I push off from the wall and I'm able to control my own descent. So you don't really want to push as hard. But when you're actually hooked up to a line, you can push really, really hard, do crazy ass things. I've had times where I've literally went up the wall like a fucking Super Saiyan. I literally just put the thing up and I fucking grabbed it and I launched my body up, caught it, launched my body up and caught it. Did that 3 times in a row until I was exhausted and then felt like a badass. Now, I would never even try that on a regular walk. I'd be afraid of falling or busting my ass. So having that whole kind of line thing is amazing. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. I love being able to work out here. This is also a 15-foot high ceiling, as I said before, so I can do things like, sure. So this is a 45-pound mace. Normally speaking, if I'm as tall as I am, this hits the ceiling. If I'm in a house, this hits the ceiling. So I have to do this outside, which is cool, except for in Virginia, as well as North Carolina, it rains constantly. But now I can just do this and don't have to worry about anything. So that's awesome. And it's a really nice thing about having the higher garage. And I love doing the mace training, the club bell training, gatas and mugdaras. Can never say that word properly. It's one of my huge passions. It has completely cured my shoulder pain. I got shot in my shoulder a long time ago, right? They weren't even aiming at me. It was just a fucking drive-by, happened to get hit. And I've had shoulder pain for, God, like my entire life, pretty much. I was probably like 13 or 14 when this shit happened. And, man, it's a constant grind. You had multiple surgeries done, everything else, physical therapy, all this different stuff, right? And nothing ever actually helped. And I started doing the swings or whatever. I started off with these things, which are Indian clubs. Look ridiculous, about 2 pounds, very, very light overall. We're just doing basic shit. Little mobility drills really fucking helped. And then from there, I went up to bigger and heavier things, started doing clubs. My highest club is 75 pounds right now. I can swing that, but not with the best technique. The one I use more often than anything else is a 50 pounder. I did unboxing for on the video. That I can actually use fairly comfortably. 75 pounds is cool to have, but it's not super functional if you're just an absolute monster, and I'm not quite there yet. I can swing it, which is more than most can do, but I can't swing it well, which is a little scary. That one is mostly kind of almost treated like a kettlebell, where you kind of put it between your legs, whip it around, and then squat. But definitely still a very, very cool piece. But these tools, right, have changed my life. Probably do a video all about that too. Because the shoulder pain is gone. It's not like it's a minimized or it's like a little less than it was before in the past. No, it's completely fucking gone. That's nuts. Again, multiple surgeries, physical therapies, professional opinions and everything else going over the years, and like nothing. Didn't get better. It got worse for some, and other times kind of stayed constant. But now it's just gone. So if you're watching this video, 13 minutes in, I talked to you goddamn much, then if you have shoulder pain, grab an Indian club at first. From there, upgrade to a heavy club. Start off lighter because it's a different kind of weight, y'all. I got friends that are huge, big ass bodybuilders, steroided ass, yoked fucking dudes, and a couple strongman friends that I can do more weight than they can on this one thing. Now, given they have a bit more natural affinity for strength training, if they started training on these things on a regular basis, they kick my ass, but they don't. So I just have an edge on that one thing. But even these people that are just masses of fucking monster man, like, are having trouble. So definitely start lighter, work your way up. You'll get there like everything else when it comes to weight training. It will literally change your life, especially if you have shoulder pain, or if you I can't talk, or if you do jujitsu, because these things have elevated my game up so high. Like the amount of force I can generate on a 360-degree plane now is ridiculous. I've always been strong in general, but like, goddamn. Also, my gym in North Carolina, I don't go to anymore, so I go to one in Virginia. So I'm like, yeah, here's my belt rank and everything else. Or, we'll put you somebody around your actual rank, and I'm just dominating them. And they go, okay, we'll go a little higher, dominating them. Taking on black belts, getting dominated because strength only plays a role in jiu-jitsu. At a certain point in time when you're like in a higher category, it's just all about skill. and I'm not that good. So like, can kick people's asses in my own rank, but when they rank me up, it's bad. Then I'm like on the ground like a pretzel, just like, but still, that little thing alone took my ground game and everything else, and being able to move in 360-degree plane of motion into a massive, massive like new stratosphere. Never thought it would happen to. So again, if you're doing jiu-jitsu, heavy clubs, heavy maces, gadas, mugdadas, Indian clubs, these things are amazing. And also if you have shoulder mobility issues, because I couldn't do this shit before. Like this one's fine, wouldn't be an issue. But even just a year ago, this would not physically be possible. Now, this is the thing about pain, right? I would be able to give you guys an example. I could not lift higher than this. So if I did like that, for example, I would be like in shitloads of pain. So, if I was like doing like a jumpy jack, for example, I could take this one all the way up. This one will go about right there. But now I can go all the way up, no problem. Reach below, move around, do things that I just never thought I'd be able to do again because it was such a long-standing injury. Like 100% the shit will change your life. But we are now 16 minutes in, and I've talked about a whole lot of nothing, which I have a bad habit of doing. So if you happen to stay or stick around and watch this, I appreciate you all. I love you all very, very much. As always, take care. Have a great day, whatever you are doing. Hope you kick ass in it. I love you guys. I have a couple different videos coming up in the near future. A few sponsors, a few giveaways. There are products that were given to me for the channel that I just don't particularly want. I'm not going to use them. Maybe you guys will. So hopefully you guys will enjoy those. And just trying to get back to normal. I will probably do more videos on the couch in the near future, but right now the house is absolute chaos, so the garage where it's going to be at. Also, the background's kind of awesome, so I might just stay out here anyways, but definitely the microphone. I'm sure the audio is terrible right now. But anyways, as always, folks, I love you all. Please take care, and bye-bye. I literally have to squat to look at the camera right now. I'm full on squatting. God damn it.